Hey everybody, this is Aeos back with another StarCraft 2 cast for you guys. Today we have LiquidHuk and IMMvp, so two pro players going at it here on Metalopolis. I'm super excited to get into this game as it is my first pro cast ever, so should be nice. We got the GLHF going on there, both players very well mannered. IMMvp and LiquidHuk, both very good players, are actually both Code S right now in the GSL. And if you guys don't know what the GSL is, definitely check it out at, I believe it's gometv.net. Awesome stuff going on there. It's the best players from around the world, of course Korean based, so definitely tip-top StarCraft quality. So this is, you can see they're just kind of talking here now, probably about some tournament or something, not sure what exactly, but both these players playing in quite a few tournaments, as you imagine, very good. But we'll see what they get into here. It should be a very interesting game, TVP, so we'll have to see what they do. No cheese coming out, so that's good. Looks like Huck is scouting up here to the close position, and we'll see that he will not be seeing MVP there. Of course, these guys spawning on close positions by air, which means drops, war prison play, just air tactics in general will be very good. Gas guys are going down for MVP, as well as an assimilator going down for LiquidHuk, so we should be seeing some tech here soon. And both the players giving each other some compliments and stuff, even though Huck doesn't feel like he deserves it. But yeah, very, very interesting. Both very well-mannered players, obviously have some respect for each other, so that's definitely nice to see. We'll have to see. First Marine here. I'm not sure if Huck will be able to actually see if what's going on there, and the wall coming here to complete it. So Huck is gonna be in the dark to start off here, and we'll have to see if MVP can get some good information. Cybernetics core going down about halfway done. Very standard stuff going on, and Huck does manage to save his probe, so that can help in the later stages of the game. An extra worker, just keep that guy scouting around, it's always very good to do. And you can see MVP here moving around with his SCV, gonna be scouting Huck's position last actually. Chrono Boost going down on the Cybernetics score, trying to get that warp gate out a little bit faster. Let's take a look at the income tab. Protoss, a couple harvesters ahead. This is typical for this point in the game because of that chrono boost, but if you do see the mules here actually should help MVP stay even for now. MVP actually bringing this barracks back and using a bunker to wall off. Very interesting. And a factory building in the back of his base. Now, we'll have to see what he ends up doing with this. I imagine that it'll probably be a tech lab coming out or something for some Banshee play. And look at the tech lab is going down and the starport is coming as well. So he will switch those add-ons and we should see some early Banshee play. Looks like Huck is going into an expand off of one gate, throwing two more gates down. Very daring one gate expand. If MVP was going any sort of like 2 racks or something, he might be able to cause some early damage, but that is not the case. Going for some early tech, as you can see these two gases are down. And there goes the factory right now lifting up, and the starport should be switching onto that tech lab as soon as finishes. There it goes. And we'll have to see if it's Cloak Banshee or just regular Banshee. We do see Cloak going down as well as the Banshee, so we do have some Cloak Banshees coming out. We'll have to keep an eye out on that. Should be very interesting. These two gateways finished for Huck. Robotics facility going down. It's a very good transition. You know, usually some sort of Colossus play is expected against a Terran player as a Protoss, but we will be seeing if that's what that will be used for or not. Actually, a proxy pylon here for Huck. I wonder if he's going to transition to any sort of aggression, or if he'll just end up just using it to kind of scout out, see what's going on, as MVP does load his guys up into that bunker. And look at this! Command center going down in the cross position up here in the upper position. Wow! This is very bold. If Huck scouts it out, he can punish MVP really easily, but I'm thinking he's probably not going to see that. And with this Banshee aggression that will be going on, I think it's going to be really tough. So you can see this Banshee here in position. We'll have to see if Huck will be ready. He's got a nice spread of stalkers, able to get a few shots on that. Wow, Huck's stalker spread is amazing. You see he's going to be able to pick it up, and yep, the Banshee goes down. That's huge, not doing any damage. As another Banshee does come out though, so we'll have to see if this one's able to get a few more kills. Preemptive cloak there, and the observer is coming over, so Huck does spot this, and I don't imagine this is going to do any damage either. No kills as of yet, and yep, the Banshee goes down with no kills. I think he was just trying to scout and see what's going on, just see the Robo and the 3 gateways there. So you can see MVP's expansion is getting up, starting to get a few SEVs, but he's not going to transfer any of these over because Huck might spot that and actually be able to scout that out. And I think Huck is a little confused at this point actually, because MVP not getting his expansion in his natural, thinks he's up 2 bases to 1 at this point. And actually I think he might be thinking he can get the kill here or something. But I don't know. We'll have to see if MVP will be able to hold. He does have a tank here, and siege mode about to finish, so I don't imagine Huck's going to be able to do very much damage with this, but we'll have to see. The stim is on the way as well, but it's not going to finish in time for this engagement, I don't believe. You can see MVP actually moving out here to try to secure this expansion, but a nice force field there, cut the force in half. You should be able to take this. Oh, but MVP with the great liftoff there with his medevac, able to save a few Marines, bring in some SVs to repair. Nice force field. Great force field there by Huck. As you can see, the majority of the surface area of this bunker is not open, so it's really hard to repair. The bunker goes down, but these siege tanks in back doing so much damage. 5 kills on that one. Huck's still trying to push in here. I think he needs to get back with all these tanks just doing so much damage. But as you can see, he's not letting MVP secure his natural, and I think at this point, if we do go into the Huck cam, yeah, he does not see that this expansion's up here in the 12 o'clock position, so I can only imagine that he thinks he's super far ahead, as he's had his natural for quite some time, but as we can see, he's actually not that far ahead. Let's take a look at the income tab. 44 probes for Huck and 30 SEVs. As Huck comes up here and is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Wow. Takes out those siege tanks and is retreating. Has these 2 pylons finishing, but I think this siege tank's going to be able to take that out. Bunker going down with this orbital command. Nice little wall there, forcing the zealots to have to walk around unless they just want to engage that bunker directly. But I do think MVP is going to be able to hold there. So we do see MVP did sneak an SCV into the main of Huck, so able to see what's going on there. And yes, MVP should be able to hold this, although more forces are being warped in there. Huck bringing up his Immortal as well, that should be able to do tons of damage to his Marauders. The Marines just doing so much damage there. And as you can see, this should be cleaned up, although MVP did have to pull his SCVs, losing crucial mining time, and just losing a ton of SCVs in general. Huck keeping up with that aggression. Now it should stop as these pylons are going down. Another Immortal wandering over here. And MVP picking up the Observer there. That's pretty huge. Twilight Council going down for Huck. Let's look at the income tab. Is 46 probes for LiquidHuk and only 31 SCVs for MVP. Now with mules, that'll kind of make up the difference a little bit, but I do believe Huck is a little bit ahead, although he still doesn't know about this expansion, which is mining quite a bit, so we'll have to see here. what happens. We do have combat shield going down, about to finish here for MVP, so that'll help strengthen those Marines, make them a little more meaty, which will be good. And Huck looks like he's taking his third here. We'll see if MVP has a response for that. Man, Huck just so active, looking at his minimap quite a bit, able to deflect these drops quite easily. So some very good play here. As you can tell, these guys are the highest caliber of players. Definitely right up there with the best. This MVP actually has won a GSL, so that tells you anything. He is very, very good, tip-top player. Finally getting these refineries over here, so he will be getting a lot of gas, means he'll be trying to tech up. A pesky little observer there for Huck, knows this expansion obviously there. Gonna be able to see when MVP decides to push out. But look at this pylon placement here by Huck, just going all around the map with his probe, placing pylons everywhere. Very good. He should be able to see what's going on. If MVP does decide to take this third, he will be able to see it with that pylon. As well, if he just tries to take this base over here, Huck should be able to spot it with the pylon quite easily. That being said, though, he still has no idea this base is up, so wow, pretty crazy he hasn't scouted that out yet. Because if he did scout it, I think this game could change quite a bit. But as you can see, MVP getting away with it a little bit, and you know, hanging in there. Huck put some good pressure on there, but MVP sticking with it, and this should be very interesting to see what these players do going in the late game. As we see Void Rays coming out. What is that? +1 shield upgrade, +1 air upgrade. Very interesting. See, these ground forces actually have 0-0, so they're just going to have the shield. It's very interesting. Huck really committing to this airplay at this point. So he does have 2 Void Rays out right now, with a few more on the way, chrono boosting those out. I kind of like this though, because in these close air positions, he can really attack the main base, try to pick off some these production facilities with that wall swinging in from the front, maybe try to take out some stuff while the army is distracted with his ground forces. So we'll have to see how this game plays out. This should be very interesting. Huck actually waiting until he has quite a few of these Void Rays to actually move out. As we do see +1 weapons, Ghost Academy going down too for MVP. These guys are just going crazy, teching up all over the place, but I'm sure they have these kind of planned out and figured out beforehand, as they are the tip-top players in the world. So very good. Huck continuing to move around with these stalkers and pick stuff off. Very good with that. MVP gets a decent scan, however, he still doesn't see the Stargate, and I don't believe he's seen them yet. Nope, he hasn't. So very interesting. A big drop going down now here. A lot of forces coming in. These Marauders doing so much damage, Marines doing so much damage, but now the Void Rays are revealed, and this drop should be cleaned up here pretty easily, as these Void Rays are going to be able to do a lot of damage. Force fields going down, although MVP just lifting off. This point defense drone helping a little bit too, but all the medevacs go down. That's huge. As you can see, actually the player is still tied, so MVP macroing up quite well, staying in this game. So we do have 1 Marine scouting over there, but we do have the Void Rays taking down infrastructure over here. This is huge. With some Marines stem up, come over, and we'll see what happens. Oh, but then Void Rays just engaging directly as they're fully charged, able to do so much damage here. Wow, you don't want to mess with 6 fully charged Void Rays. That's crazy. MVP doing a great job shooting Scoot micro there with the Vikings. A couple more Void Rays coming in for Huck, and he's just finishing shield level 2 upgrade. Very interesting, electing going for that shield, as Huck is coming in from the front as well, trying to do some damage there. These Void Rays trying to pick some tanks off, but going back for the infrastructure. Just so much going on.